So with Overwatch 2's second season officially out, I think now is a great time to discuss what this game needs and work to improve it in the future. So I have compiled a list of changes that I think would greatly improve this game's enjoyability and path forward. So with Overwatch 2 came a new system called map pools, where only a certain amount of maps are playable per season, with Blizzard updating old ones with new covers and graphics. Which I wouldn't hate if it weren't for the fact that Overwatch does not have a whole lot of maps. So here's what I suggest. If you want to keep map pools in competitive, that's fine. Then allow quick play to contain all maps available. Bring back Havana, Numbani, Hollywood, just increase the variety of stuff. Hell, you could even bring back 2CP just for casual only. But speaking of 2CP, so 2CP was a flawed game mode, yes, but I think Blizzard's abandonment of its maps are a tragedy in itself. A part of Overwatch I love is its various locations we get to visit, and when 2CP was gutted, we lost a lot of really cool designs. So if 2CP doesn't work, let's try and figure out a way to make it work. Whether that means retooling the game mode entirely to flow better, or maybe the easier option, rework the current 2CP maps into other maps. Take Hanamura's assets and make a control point map out of it. Turn Horizon Lunar Colony into a payload map. I don't think any of this would be too hard because, well, in Season 2, they introduced a brand new map using the assets of Nepal. I think this would be a great opportunity to allow us to revisit some of these areas that are just not available anymore. So we're all in agreement that the shop in Overwatch 2 is incredibly overpriced, right? They sell Pachamari keychains cheaper in real life than they do in-game. And you can only earn up to 60 coins a week. One coin is equal to around a penny in US currency, and it costs even more elsewhere. While a fix to this could just be lowering the shop prices, I'd like to introduce another fix that would be really useful. But first of all, I think we need to increase the 10, 20, and 30 coins per week to 100, 200, and 300. Earning up to $6 in retail coins for spending 10 hours playing the game seems decently fair. They could also add it to the Battle Pass system because they're very invested in that. I mean, the Sea of Thieves Battle Pass gives you more coins overall than you spend on it. Do you guys remember experimental patches? Let's bring those back at least once a season. And do as the name suggests, get experimental with them. Is Junker Queen still weak this patch? Well, now she has 2 knives. Let's make Doomfist a DPS again just to see what happens. Is Sojourn still too strong? Well, we better nerf Genji again. This can be a great resource for the dev team to test upcoming patches, like they've done in the past, as well as give players a fun little break from the current meta. Because, you know, it's not like someone to wait 20 minutes in queue to pick Roadhog. Right? Let's bring back end cards at the end of the game. They were fun little stats about the game and never really harmed anyone. I'm not really sure why they got rid of these if they also have a scoreboard. It was a fun little system and it shouldn't have been removed. Lastly, I have a really simple feature that I think could be a lot of fun. So they introduced nameplates in Overwatch 2, and most of them come from the Battle Pass, but you get some by winning 200 games as each of the roles. They're fun little customization titles, and I'm frankly shocked that we don't have any character-specific ones. I'd love to see little creative names for each of the game's cast, like if you get 100 games as Winston, you win the title Scientist, and at 200 wins you get Winston Main. Hell, Blizzard, I'll write them myself if you let me. And that wraps up everything I've got. I wanted to avoid talking about easy changes like hero balance because I know that will happen eventually and everyone and their mother have ideas on how to balance Overwatch. I wanted to suggest additions to facilities outside of the main gameplay loop. But I'd like to hear more about this from you guys, so please let me know your thoughts below, as well as have a happy holidays this season. See ya.